What is going on, THLians, everyone out there in YouTube land, and everyone in and among the hookah sphere? How are you doing this evening? I hope that you're well. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. It is I, King Tommy here, and I'm going to be doing a review of the F22 Hookah. It is the latest model by B2. A lot of you know B2. We have the original B2 right next to me right here. One of my favorite pipes. The F22 is the newest model that they came out with. It's not super new anymore, but it's still their newest model. I've had it for a while and I haven't gotten around to doing a review of it, and I decided it was time to now. So today, for my review, I'm going to be smoking Zomo's Dragon Ball, and I'm going to be using the One Nation cubes. Zomo was the sponsor of the Gala, our big event in Manhattan. One Nation was one of the sponsors of our smoked event that we had at Oasis in Vegas. I'm going to be smoking it out of my Magma Bowl, which is available at thl.life. If you haven't got one, I highly recommend them. They're excellent for both blonde and dark leaf. And I'm also going to be using the Provost 2, which is something that I just recently got and was actually a gift from Sarkis that I got in Atlantic City when I went to the expo that he helped with there. So without further ado, let's get the hose off of this hookah. Let's smoke it. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we think. A little bit of technical difficulties, but it wouldn't be a show with me if we didn't have a little bit of that. So as you can see, if you can't tell, this thing absolutely rips. Super wide open draw. It does come with a diffuser. I don't have it on there. So my rumbling is a little bit louder than what it'll be if you leave the diffuser on there. I don't really think that it makes it particularly more restricted to have the diffuser off. You do feel your pull a little bit more, but it's still wide open. You feel the pull because you have big bubbles coming that you're breaking up, so you feel it in your mouth that the bubbles are being broken up, as opposed to the diffuser, where when you have the diffuser on, you're gonna have smaller bubbles, so it's gonna make it a more effortless draw. I think it's perfect just like this. So let's talk about the pipe just a little bit. The F22 was designed and developed and manufactured in the United States, just like all B2 products. The company itself is US owned. The owner is Vahe. You see him in the groups from time to time. Anyone who is watching this that's in the groups, which is most likely everyone who's going to be watching this, is going to be in at least one of the groups on Facebook. You've most likely seen his posts about this pipe, about the regular B2, and even some new stuff that he's kind of been teasing us with. He's got some stuff in the works. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I'm a big fan of supporting U.S. brands, whether we're talking about tobacco or we're talking about actual pipes, and especially people that are active in our community and are genuinely good people. And B2 and Vahe definitely hit that mark, all those marks. One of the things that's important to understand about these pipes, both the B2 and the F22, is that they use all domestic materials. So not only is it being designed in the United States and tested and developed in the United States and manufactured in the United States, the material is all coming from the United States. What does that mean? Why do we care? I'm glad you asked, and I'm going to tell you. So basically what it uses is 6061 Aerospace Grade Aluminum, and it's being sourced from the United States. So that means the metal itself is more expensive than metal that's coming from other parts of the world, and you can get much cheaper 6160 aluminum than what B2 uses on their pipes. This is better. It's significantly better. It would still be US made, it would still be US owned, and they would still say it's a US company, but he could easily be importing, as opposed to paying, literally half of what he's paying for the metal, the material itself right now. You could pay half and get it imported from China. It would still be all US made, but it's a cheaper metal and it's not as high quality. Even though it's still the 6061 aluminum, it's not as high quality. And you can feel the difference when you hold one of these pipes and when you smoke one of these pipes. Now the colorway that you see here, and I will get some close-up smoking shots later in the video, but the colorway that you see here is actually not available. This was just the color that they were testing. It's a red with like a black splash to it. But all of the colors that they have, and the colors that are available are silver, a rose gold, and a red, and then also a limited special edition 5-color splash, which has a bunch of colors on it. But none of it's painted. All of the F22 models, no matter what color you get, is going to use an Aerospace Anodization. So what that means is the finish on it is never going to chip. It's never going to peel away or anything like that, like a lot of your painted pipes have. Again, it's a more simple design than the regular B2. This is a popular kind of shape right now. There's a lot of pipes coming out that are of a similar shape. But again, this is the B2 quality, and it smokes exactly like the B2. Another thing that I would like to say about this overall setup, I'm also using a B2 hose. B2 uses the soft touch silicone for the hoses. It's nice and sturdy, but still flexible. You do have a spring on it, and it just feels nice, and it's got the nice long handle, which I enjoy. Quite a bit. And as you can see, guys, this thing absolutely rips. It absolutely rips. It really is a wonderful pipe, and I definitely recommend that you get it, and I definitely recommend that you support Vahe and B2. Along with many other companies that I can say that about, but it's just, I can't speak enough to what a great guy Vahe really is. So, as far as the review, what can you compare it to? Any of you guys that have any of the popular Russian pipes, it's a little bit more open than those. All the Russian pipes that I've tried don't quite have the draw that the B2 has with either the regular model or with the F22. Another interesting thing about this pipe, which again we'll see more on when we do the close-ups, is the purge. It has a hidden purge. It doesn't have a purge like most hookahs or like the regular B2 that sticks out. It's totally flush on this side. What you have is 3 slots, and then internally there is 2 balls that are in there. Now when I go to purge it, you'll hear it. I'm using the metal balls. He also does have like plastic BBs that you can use. It makes it a little bit quieter and it makes the purge a little bit easier. Personally, I like the feel of the little bit of a tougher purge. And I don't mind the noise. I think Frank really doesn't like the noise, so he uses the glass ball. Where again it might be like a silicone ball. I can't quite remember. But it's very, very, very interesting. It's very different. And it's fun. So we have some innovation coming from an American company. I also do love B2's tongs. Gotta point them out real quick. Tongs aren't really super important. It's not that big a deal. The B2 tongs are relatively expensive for what they are, but I really enjoy them. They're nice and long. You're definitely not gonna burn your fingers playing with your coals. So these hookahs are available right now. The price point for just the stem, I believe, is like $280 or maybe $270. And then you can always, get the completes. You can order a complete. You can pair it with different bases. You can get it at most of your major vendors. My favorite vendor is Hookah Junkie. I definitely recommend that you go there. Everyone has them priced really basically the same. You can also get it directly from B2, and again, it's the same price. So going to the B2 website, there's no different price than if you were to go to just your favorite vendor and add it in with your regular hookah order if you're buying tobacco and coals and everything else. I definitely recommend biting the bullet, spending the money, and getting this pipe. If you're interested in a sleek design like this, I can genuinely say without hesitation, there's not a better performing pipe on the market in this style than this one. you can always make a pipe more restricted. You can change your base, you can add more water, you can change the way that you pack and the bowls that you use. You can't make a pipe more open. This pipe is pretty much as open as you can get and still know that you're smoking hookah. You know, it's not like one of the glass pipes that were popular a few years back where it was just completely like breathing. You know, there is some pull, you do feel it, but it's wide open. It's more open than my Regal, which when I got the Regal, I couldn't believe how open the thing was. Another thing to mention before I stop talking and sit back and enjoy my smoke is that this pipe will have very minimal ghosting compared to other pipes. Me personally, I'm not exactly sure why. I think a lot of it has to do with the quality of the material that's being used. But I'm not an expert on that stuff, so I'm not going to act like I am. You know, it's something that is mentioned in the website and on the sales pitches for these pipes. And I can say with absolute certainty, because I smoke through this thing as a daily driver, and there is no ghosting. I mean, there's absolutely no ghosting. Rinse it out with water, hit it with a brush, and it's like brand new. Absolutely brand new. No flavor left over. Really, really, you know, did a great job there. Absolutely not a lie or just a marketing fluff piece. It doesn't ghost. And it purges fully in one breath, even with this big Russian base that I have on here. Move these so we can get a look. I did get this base from Bahe, from the B2 website. These pipes also pair excellently with Egerman bases. You are going to want to check on the downstem size to make sure that it'll fit, but you can check with whatever vendor you want to buy from, or you can check with B2 themselves and just, you know, shoot an email over and make sure that the base that you're getting is gonna fit with the downstem. So yeah, I think that's it for the rambling section of my review. I highly recommend, 10 out of 10. Again, if the aesthetics appeal to you, you should buy one of these. If you're looking at pipes that look like this, especially pipes that are coming from other parts of the world, this is really what you want to get. This is really what you want to get. This is not a sponsored review. This wasn't a free pipe. I bought it. But I can't say enough about how much I love both of these pipes, really. If the looks of this one doesn't do it for you, I highly recommend you pick this one. So I'm gonna sit back, relax, get to smoking, show off some finer points of the hookah, and yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the review. And like I said, go out and get one. Don't waste time. Don't be a loser.